Dealing with drunk and inebriated passengers when driving for Uber or Lyft. My humble advice, if you can avoid these encounters, probably would be in your best interest to do so. What up, folks? Once again, it is indeed your boy Tim with another ride sharing video. Now, make no mistake about it, anyone that engages in ride share is going to have their share of drunk and inebriated passengers. Now, I typically say it's not in your best, it's not advantageous as a rideshare driver, not in your best interest to drive in the wee hours of the morning, things like that. But fact is, the after club crowd represents a hell of a lot of trips. So picking up passengers on the weekend, from midnight to about 3 a.m., there's a lot of folks if you got clubs and bars in your area. So people are not going to attempt to avoid drunk and inebriated passengers because they make a lot of money from them. The fact is, a lot of drama can happen dealing with these folks as well, which is why I'm stating if you can avoid them, you probably should. This one comes to you from an article titled, Naples Man Steals Wheel from Uber Driver Charged with Aggravated Assault. Now, when we say steals wheel, we're talking about the damn steering wheel, but listen to the details on this story. And this one is unique. We talk about African-American males, young black males, being the primary assailants in most violent felonies, violent encounters that rideshare drivers face. I still stand by that. I still believe that most of the shit that happens to drivers, carjackings, beatings, and certainly loss of life, comes by way of a young black male. We've been covering this shit for about 3 years now, so I'm going to tell you my analysis still stands the same. Nevertheless, this story is different. Here goes. Naples, Florida. An Uber driver's passenger was arrested for aggravated assault after stealing the wheel while driving along I-75 on Sunday. The Collier County Sheriff's Office states around 1:30 p.m., they arrived near mile marker 93 and saw a man who smelled like alcohol. Now, this is what we're talking about, don't deal with drunk passengers. But this individual, Robert Lincoln, 62 years of age, doesn't fit the stereotype. Probably because his ass is drunk down there in Naples. In my opinion, if he's fighting over the steering wheel and trying to drive the damn car while he's drunk, charge his ass with DUI as well. I think they charged him with aggravated assault, but we'll cover a bit more of that. But down in Naples, Florida, southwestern tip of the state down there. Reports say as they were driving, Lincoln became aggravated and got up from the second row of seats to grab the steering wheel and jerk it. The driver fought for control as the car was driving at highway speeds around traffic. Wow. Now, the sheriff say that in addition to trying to take the wheel from the driver, he's also beating the shit out of him. So the Uber driver in this case, they don't really state who the Uber driver is, but the victim in this case, the Uber driver, was also being beat about the head and shoulder. So this guy was not only trying to take control of the vehicle in his fit of rage, he was also physically attacking the driver. So just wanted to point this out because this is the kind of shit you got to deal with drunks. This happened at 1:30 in the damn afternoon. So this doesn't violate one of the rules of stupid we talk about do not drive after midnight and nothing good happens at the midnight. This shit took place at 1:30 in the afternoon. You got a guy that's already wasted at 1:30 on a weekday. I don't want to go into the alcoholic category, but it's pretty damn early to be drunk already and out there acting a fool like this. It says he got up from the second row of seats, so I don't know if this is a case where the driver was driving a van or whatever the case may be, but that's irrelevant. Fact is, he's driving at highway speeds, and this fool is jerking the vehicle or the steering wheel. And the article states that they're driving through traffic and shit like this while they're fighting in a car for control of a vehicle moving probably at 60 to 70 miles an hour. He could have literally cost the lives of both him, the driver, and other folks on the road. Now, he was charged with aggravated assault with intent. I don't know what the hell that means other than maybe intent to do bodily harm or whatever. But as I stated earlier, if he's operating a vehicle while clearly drunk, then they should charge his ass with a DUI as well. Nevertheless, be careful when you're dealing with these fucking drunks. Also, in this case here, Mr. Lionkin down there in Naples, a very wealthy area of Florida, the driver was reportedly taking him back to his house. I'd sue his ass. He got a little bit of change laying around, most likely. I would sue his 62-year ass for basically putting him through all kinds of emotional distress. There's no denying that the driver was probably scared as hell with somebody fighting for control of the vehicle from behind you while you're doing highway speed. So yeah, I would try to get a little bit of change out of this dude if he could, because a lot of this shit we talk about is traumatic enough to drivers that many drivers I've covered in some of these stories, they don't drive anymore. They're done. Past drivers are getting shot. Some drivers have been raped and, been violated, carjacked. A lot of folks get out the game. Obviously, if you're carjacked, you don't have a way to earn a damn living anyway. They've taken your vehicle. So a lot of these folks get out of the game from this shit. I don't know if this right here will be enough to make this driver get out of the game, but it could make you extremely concerned anytime you have a stranger sitting behind you from this point on. So this is what we deal with, folks. I am going to stress it again. I understand the after club crowd, the money that can be made from those folks. So I understand people who take those trips. Do what you got to do. But I'm no fan of picking up people that are already drunk. This doesn't happen generally, but you still might get your shit vomited in. That happens to many drivers. Yours truly, it's happened to me. I'm going to assume just about everybody that does the after club crowd and picks up enough damn drunks, eventually somebody's going to puke in your shit. Once again, you're not getting anything extra by picking these people up. Yeah, you're saving them from DUIs. You're saving them from potentially harming somebody while their drunk ass is driving down the road that they may crash into. But for your troubles, you may encounter some shit like this. A lot of these folks don't tip. You oftentimes have to get out of the vehicle and damn near help carry their drunk ass to the house, or call somebody to come get them from outside of the house because they don't fell asleep in your shit. There's just no value, in my humble opinion, to picking up drunks. But I'd be curious to know from some of you folks, what's the worst story you have dealing with a passenger that is completely inebriated, completely drunk? Have you had somebody try to come on to you? All of a sudden, what do they say all the time? A 2 at 10 o'clock suddenly becomes a 10 at 2 a.m. And they're in your car. So have you had any of those stories like that? What do you think about picking up folks who are inebriated or drunk? Let your boy know in the comments. As always, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next video.